Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Great day it is. I want to give God all the praise, honor, and the glory for another day. Brand new day that never been before, we never seen before, and never will be again. So it is a most powerful and beautiful day that God has put into place. Each and every one that He allowed us to be a part of is a great blessing. I'm going to go ahead and get my prayer in, and we're going to proceed because I'm excited. A lot of good stuff going on today, and we're going to jump right into it. Father God, bless this session today, Lord. Bless this podcast to be a greater vessel than it is, Lord, to reach more and more and more people, Lord, to spread the good news, your words about prosperity, money, debt, all the things that you told us 2,000 years ago that we'll be plagued with. We just want to rebuke to be in the midst of what we're having today and what we're discussing today, and let it reach the ears of the hearers that has things in their life that they know that they need to straighten out and take this information and apply it. Applied knowledge is the only knowledge that works. So God, be with us this morning. Be with us this morning, Lord. Be with us this morning, Lord. Touch us in a way that we've never been touched before. And we will give you all the praise, honor, and the glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right. Wow. Yes. All right, everybody. My name is Edward Townsend, and I'll be your moderator for today. Comment lines are open, so let's communicate. Let's have a rapport. It gets you stronger. See, things are moving rapidly. Behind the scenes, a lot of things going on, and sometimes you have to make that transition or that step or that walk of faith to see the other side. Sometimes people will say, I'll see you over on the other side. That means you got another step to make. This is just a platform to where you can hear things and make decisions about things. But seeing you on the other side is the next step. You know, people have these tunnel funnels or whatever they call it. I don't believe in all of that. You know, that's for the people that like that. They have their own agendas, their own system set in place so that they can control that. Even on the commercials at TV at night, you can't just order something off the TV. They got to upsell, they got to do all these other things. It takes you 30 minutes just to say, that's all I want. They start again on something else, that's all I want. So we're not into all of that. We want you to get the knowledge that you need to make a decision. So what God says about knowledge, God says a lot about knowledge. So we're going to jump right in to our discussion for the day. Proverbs 2, 9 through 12. It reads, when you will understand what the right and just and fair, every good path in your life will be straight and whole. For wisdom will either be in your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Number 11 says discretion will protect you, and understanding will guard you. Number 12. This is Wisdom Wednesday, everybody. Wisdom will save you from the ways of the wicked man, from man whose words are perverse. Wicked men. God has started using the men to be wicked to accomplish his goal. Wisdom not only delivers one from evil, but promises certain rewards, longevity, and prosperity. Favor is with God and man, guidance and help. So everything we have, people, is in the Word. The Word seed is our life. And we can take the Word seed and get a lot of things accomplished. See? What does God say in the Bible concerning the financial world? And Deuteronomy 8 words. Deuteronomy 8 and 18, God says he gives us the power to gain wealth. Okay, we got power. Now what are we going to do? Are we going to put some action to that? I just take it at that and sit back and wait for the miraculous to take place. For the miraculous to take place, you still have to do something. That's a God-given thing that takes place when miracles start happening. He's still in the miracle business, but see, that comes from him. So we got to do what we have to do to get him to do that. You know, I hear stuff all day, every day, people complaining about money, finances, and debt, all type of life problems. What are you doing to solve them? Have an ear to hear. Sometimes you hear things that will solve your problem. They can help you with your problems. Are you looking for something for nothing? No action has other connotations behind it. So what is it? Simply free, handouts, a lack of, complaints. That don't move God. You got to speak to him and ask for what you want. Okay? So, is the Bible the financial word? It has over 2,700 words in the Bible concerning money, finances, and debt. So yes, the Bible has a financial word for you, and we've been searching for it, but we don't know how to find it. So when the word comes through us that brings us to it, we push it back. So the Bible contains over 2,700 direct references about money, including the majority of the parables, and 1 out of every 6 verses in the gospel concerns itself with the right and wrong use of material possessions. Wow. It clearly states that spirituality goes hand in hand with matters of money. The word said it. Ed didn't say it. He just reads. Okay? It teaches you that God is our only true provider, and to honor him by being good stewards with what he has given us. It teaches us that debt, in most cases, is not wise, and a prosperous life is not measured by what we have in the bank, but what is in our hearts. See, a lot of riches we already have. A lot of riches we could have, but our hearts and our mind is not in place to receive what our gift is. An exclusive AARP Modern Maturity Survey of the random number of Americans 18 years old and over has some very interesting results. The first question asked was, do you want to be wealthy? 65% of all people surveyed said they wanted to be wealthy. By race, Caucasians answered yes to the question more than other races. By generations, those 18 to 35 answered positively more frequently than their older counterparts. And by gender, men answered yes 72% of the time compared to women's 58%. Those are statistics. And they're very close to being the real deal. Where do you stand? When asked what money buy, the percentage of people who chose the answers below. The percentage of it, and listen to the answers that the people said. 71%. If they had wealth, it would give them the freedom to choose. Okay. I can see that. There's a lot of things we can't choose because we don't have the finances. We're not financially able to do it, right? I agree with that. Excitement, 68%. Well, that 68% is a high number for excitement. You should be excited once that God bless you with it to be able to be a blessing to others. Okay. 56% said less stress. I can agree with that. A lot of people stress over finances, stress over what they have and don't have, and it can cause stress. I agree with that, 100%. 47% peace of mind. It also does that, peace of mind. But we should have that peace of mind even though we don't have money, even though we're struggling. Have peace of mind so that you can be focused and think properly. Okay? So, 34% says good health. Sure, it can have good health financially. You don't stress out over finances. One of the biggest stress and depressed health issues that we have comes from the lack of finances or thereof. 20% self-fulfillment. Self-fulfillment. Self. Not to bless anybody else or be a blessing, but self-fulfillment. That's selfish. 23% says self-esteem. It will raise your self-esteem. Because if you accomplished in a way that you're proud of, which you should be, because if you did the work yourself and helped others along the way to walk with you, your self-esteem should be high. 19% said happiness. Sure, you can be happy. Positivity can be happier. Not only because you have it and no problems, less stress and depression, but you're able to help others that's less fortunate. See, that's what God wants to focus on, others as well as ourselves. Okay? Because He'll take care of us if we do the will of His. 8% says love. Love should be high. Our love should be higher percentage, whether we have wealth or not. It should be at a higher percent. It says 8%. When asked, why do they need money? The results was 74% said to provide for my family. I understand that. That's good. 68% said get good medical attention. Some instances will take that extra money to get the good medical attention that you need. 64%, and go back to that one. A lot of people that don't have the money have to seek less help, even to not the proper standards or the best standards that you should get. In other words, if I was a millionaire, I'd get the best of care. Since I'm not, I have to accept because they got other stages based on your financial stature. I don't like that. It should be a standard. This is life we're talking about. Okay? Stay healthy. 34% have more free time. That's good. 27% contribute to a worthy cause. That's good. Buy more stuff. No. Only what you need. Stuff is just stuff. Take that and bless somebody that really needs your financial help. 18% says travel. We need rest and relaxation. It will give you the ability to do that where you're all stressed out on your job and you can't go where you want to go, can't stay as long as you want to stay. And you know, you need that rest and relaxation. And that's a military term that we use when we went on leave, or so-called what we call liberty. Then you know that was our rest and relaxation. So the Bible, financial word says, is more money the answer to your problems? Is more money the answer to your problem? See, these are the things that we have to answer ourselves, because sometimes we have more money to get things done than we actually think. An employee of Henry Ford's once said, His number one goal was to make $1 million. Ford gave the man a pair of glasses made of $2 silver. When asked, "What do you see?" What did he see? He replied, "Nothing. The dollars are in the way." Ford replied, "When dollars are your only goal, you miss a host of greater opportunities." See, that's how we are today. We're so focused on making money till we can't see the opportunities in other things that can be easier, better for us, non-bondage, and less stressful. See, a lot of people are working jobs in bondage. See, they got just like the corner blocking the view. The job blocks the view. It takes away a lot of those different things, that percentages that we just got through talking about. Because you're not able to travel when you get ready. You're not able to go on vacation when you get ready. Or you don't have enough time. 30 days vacation, you got too much and you just have to take it. Very few people have that. See? So we have to do accordingly move things out of our way so we can have greater opportunities to come into our life. Jesus said, Jesus said, you cannot serve both God and money. No one can have two masters. It took me a long time and almost cost me my life to learn money. I'm talking about me now. I am a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. The more money we try to possess, the more money we end up possessing you. It can and will possess you. Many other problems arise from the obsession, including willingness to sacrifice our health. The results are virtually the same for everyone. We spend our newfound wealth trying to get back our health. Year after year, people cite financial issues as the chief cause of marital disputes, and admit to more worry over wealth than health, or in any other facet of their life. Even love is any wonder when then while we are more Bible versed on the subject of money and possession. 16 out of 38 parables deal with the use of money. Then any other topic, including salvation itself. History is full of people who did just about anything to obtain wealth. Again, Jesus Christ gave the best advice. He always does. When he told us the parable of the rich fool, Luke 12:13-21. He never implied man was bad or even crazy, only foolish. From all we can make of the parable, the man was a cautious, careful investor who came by his wealth honestly. He didn't cheat, lie, or steal. Jesus also never suggested he was evil. This is a critical point. As Jesus doesn't suggest that having money is wrong, 1 Timothy is perhaps the most misquoted scripture. We often hear it quoted as money is the root of all evil, when in fact it says the love of money is the root of all evil. Here too, St. Paul does not condemn money, rather he condemns our losing perspective regarding its value. Having money is okay. In fact, both Jesus and Paul clearly tell us the most foolish thing we do regarding money is to deny its importance. Jesus clearly was telling us the rich man was foolish because he mishandled money. What shall I do? The rich man thought it to himself, since I have no place to store my crops. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there we will store all my grain and all my goods. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty good things laid up for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry. What about blessing other people? Storing it up to rusty, fade, and decay, so we can be a blessing to others. So today we take life in another different situation. We read the word, but we don't apply. Applied knowledge is very, very important. Applied knowledge is very important. A lot of people got degrees, a lot of people have knowledge, but they don't apply it to their life. They apply it to a company that they're going to work for, another job situation, building wealth for other people and doing things that make other people better off than themselves. Take that applied knowledge and apply it to self first. Even if you just read something that's good, apply it to yourself before you take it to others. Applied knowledge is very powerful. And I will say that as long as I can say applied knowledge. Applied knowledge is the number one thing. Now, I always do my 5 points, things to talk about. So it's on the same line as what we just got through talking about, right? So this training that I'm going to have this afternoon at 7 p.m., if you look across the bottom of the screen, you'll see the Zoom address. Now, I'm at the stage now to where we're doing things because we're already just about into momentum. And we get into momentum, more things will have to be in place, controlled, and run differently than what the past was. The startup and all in between startup to momentum had its own phases, had its own way of doing things, but now we're getting into momentum. Momentum means we're going to be rolling. So what we taught, trained, and put in front of people before, it won't be readily available like that because we're going into a second phase of momentum. So if you want to be on the call tonight, very important call, okay? And it's going to bless the people that be on the call, okay? Numbers rolling across the bottom. You have, when you go there, you have to register. You got to register to be able to be a part of the call. Okay? So please register. Now, the training that we set up for tonight, we use the power of mindfulness and mental focus to help people reclaim their lives. See, because they're lost here. They lost everything here. A lot of people have mental issues. We're not going to sugarcoat anything. You have mental issues. To you, it's okay. To others, they can see that there are mental issues involved. You love your friend. You don't want to offend. All of these different things we use. But see, my friend can tell me about a problem they see in me. I don't get offended. I listen and look out and check into whatever is said. We can't miss blessings or helpful things by not listening. Someone might say, well, why? How come, why come, or whatever, propaganda, however it goes, okay? Because sometimes people can say things to us that'll help us and lead us along the way that'll cause a lot of things that would have been blocking us to not be there. They've been down that road before. When it comes to finances, I can help a lot of people not have something. See, this call, we're going to be able to show you if you got a job already, we want to help you get you out of the job, but we want to increase your finances so you don't have to worry about why you had that job, which is mostly to have money to live off of, right? I'm going to show you how to get a pay raise on your job. Get that money back because you're paying too much in taxes. We're going to do that. We're going to show you how to put extra cash flow in your pocket, more than what you make on your job, so you can easily make an intelligent decision to go forward. Okay? You have to reclaim yourself, because nobody else is going to do it for you. That's why we're talking today. That's why we're going to talk this afternoon. You gotta do it for yourself. You got to do it. Nobody else will do it for you. Most people that's really helping people and they can do anything about it are in the usury stage. Okay? You have to do this yourself. Please pay attention to the blueprints below. I will talk about the following self-proclamation steps below. Number one, take stock in yourself. Empower yourself. Be the star of your own show, as I always say. Number two says, get real. Sometimes I say the call is only going to be for serious-minded people. But if you get on the call, be real about increasing your finances. It ain't no, I thought it was going to be this, I thought it was going to be that on my call, because we talk finances. That's my ministry, finances. So that's what we're going to talk about. So be real about what you're hearing and what you're doing so you can make intelligent decisions. Okay? Number three, get quick about doing things for yourself. Get quick about being for real. Get quick about making changes. You can't stay the same all the time and expect things to change. It don't work that way. Get quick about it. Today is the day to make the decision to change your destiny. Okay? Step number 4. If you're focused right now, that's fine. But we're going to talk about finances from today. And if you get on the call tonight, we're going to have to refocus. Because there's a lot about finances you don't know. You don't understand how money works. Most people have money, but the money don't work for them. They work for the money. We're going to change all that. But you got to get refocused. You got to get refocused so that we can help you to do those things. Because if you could have been wealthy already, you would have. So let's get refocused and make that change, okay? Step 5, we got to scale ourselves. See where you want to go. Set a plan, a goal, and scale yourself accordingly. You know you got a job and do things. It only take an hour or so, 2 at the most, to be a wealth outside of your job and your part-time, okay? And I want you to take a mental inventory of yourself. A mental inventory of yourself. At any given second, what are you thinking about right now? See how powerful that is? At any given second, think about it. What are you thinking about? Bam. What just went through your mind? Was it good? Was it pleasing? Was it positive? Was it about, I will make a change in my life? Am I going to step out on faith? Okay. Do you see a pattern of negative things coming through your mind when you're thinking? Oh, that don't work. Oh, he don't know what he's talking about. He ain't been through this. I tried this, I tried that. That's negative. Refocus. Let's be positive. I don't deal in it whatsoever. I hear what you're saying, but it has no bearing on anything that I'm thinking about or want to do. I'm thinking positive. I'm thinking being wealthy. I'm thinking of making billions. I'm thinking of helping other folks to do the same. You know what I'm saying? That's me, 24/7. When you do a mental inventory, it is as if you brush the fur off your dog. You have to move some things. so that you can get down to the pretty smooth hair. So they brush them, get rid of the dead hairs, the negative stuff that's in your dog. Okay? The same applies for your mind. We got to do it. We got to brush away some stuff. Okay? And we got to detox ourselves. Detox yourself. Take out what's negative and poison to our bodies, our minds, that's stopping us from being what we want to be. By all people, be coachable. There's always somebody that knows more than you do. Even the wealthiest of the wealthy people had a coach. Michael Jordan had a coach. Oprah had a coach. Everybody got a coach of some sort, if they're going anywhere. People don't have to be in your profession to give you good quality coaching. Okay? Stop editing your thoughts. Sometimes the best thought we had was a thought boom we acted upon. But when we go to thinking about it, strategizing, analyzing, going through all those changes, it kills your thought process. You don't know, you can't make a decision. I can say yay or nay anytime because God said it in His Word. Let it be yay or nay. Because I'm not afraid. I have no fear. I have no doubt. I'm not skeptical about anything. I'll see it through. If it's not for me, boom, I'm done. Yay, if it's good. I didn't miss my blessing. Nay, it's not good. It's too negative. I can't go that route. That's all the talk you need. Okay? One common way people trip themselves up and interrupt their ability to focus so clearly that they turn their thoughts into reality involving editing. All kind of stuff going through your head. You can't make a decision about this. You can't make a decision about that. But what do you think? All the time. Focus so that you can think. Don't listen to the rhetoric in your head. Because if it's that moving like that, it's not good. You should have a thought about something, have that little quiet, and move on. Yay or nay. Whatever the case may be, you're engaged in one form of editing or another. Let's step up and refocus and re-edit our thinking. You quickly realize that there's really nothing to apologize for. It's not. You don't have to apologize for it. You just have to change it and do better. You took an inventory of yourself. In the beginning, we started talking to the inventory of yourself so that you can make a change. Forget about what other people say. You're not living your life based on what other people say. If you do, you're not focused. Because you live in your life that God gave you according to somebody else, that God gave them a different agenda. That's why I don't worry about what people say about Ed, because God gives me what to say and do. And as long as I'm doing what He said, I don't care about what people say. I don't deal in the norm. The norm is part of the worldly system. I don't deal in the worldly system. I deal in God's system. If it's good and pure, I'm over here with God. The worldly system have all kinds of traps and snails out there to hurt us, take advantage of us, and take us to a place that we don't need to be. Let them flow the way they want to go. You don't have to be a part of their flow. You're flowing in your own flow. It may be scary at first, but that's a small price to pay for the power that will arise from your clarity. See, it don't matter as long as you know and God knows to walk, talk the talk, because it reaches the one that God wants us to reach. Do an attitude detox. Get rid of them bad attitudes. negative and nasty attitudes and things that you're living and having a part of your life. It affects people. If you're negative and I'm positive, you can never stick the two lodestones together. You see what I'm saying? Negative and positive don't go together. So negative people gonna cause a negative resistance to positivity. Positive and positive, we connect. And that's the way I want to do it. Memory is one thing, attitude is another. I can remember a lot of bad things happen to me in my life, and that interferes with my attitude. So the past I leave in the past. Bad memories I leave in the past. That's why peace and calm is on my side, because I left the other side. The worst part of this is you feel like some sort of victim. It's too easy to excuse yourself to be really harsh or even cruel to other people. That's okay. You're not supposed to be cruel to other people. And if you have to, excuse yourself. You don't have to be involved. Sometimes you get into things and you get hurt, and other people resume and carry on their lives and be okay. Given what's happening in your life, are there any other ways to interpret what is going on in your life right now? See, we're not talking about yesterday. We're not talking about the future. We're talking about right now, because I brought it to your attention. Right now, what is going on in your mind? What is going on with you right now? Because see, now is the time that we can do, change, or accept anything. We can't change the past. We're not guaranteed the future, but today, right now. See, that's why we serve a right now God. Because when He bless us, when He change things, when He make things better, boom, right now. When we get that blessing from Him, whatever day and time it is, it's right now. Or right now, God, we say, right? Given what's happening in your life, are there any other ways to interpret what's going on? So that's a question we have to ask ourselves. My job does give me a paycheck. Yes, it does. It also keeps you in bondage to where you can't do the things because the paycheck is not enough to do the things that you want to do. So it causes us to have a lack of, go through all of the stress, depressed, and all of the other things that go on. And our last and final one, number 5, are you more than your physical parts? Are you more than your physical parts? A lot of this existential anguish and its matching physical symptoms is due to the fact that people are more than their physical parts. You cannot change what God put together. God did the mind, body, spirit, and soul. All of these may come out clean and fall well within normal range. What does holistic mean? We got to get back to the mind, body, spirit, and soul. We can't leave that out. In other words, we go beyond the physical. We go on beyond what our mind is telling us to do. We go beyond what our body says. Bodies cry for help. We don't give it. The body cries for other things. We don't give it. The Spirit of the Lord is always with us, but we ignore it. Or we are afraid. And then we don't hear what the Lord has to say afterwards through the Spirit. And so, is our soul at peace? Are we in turmoil? You have a person that's always unhappy. Their soul is in turmoil because they got to get it all into one. Their mind, body, spirit, and soul got to be one. Just like God. Got to be one. So that's our 5 points for the day. And I hope I said something in those 5 points that will help you this day. And by all means, please get on the call tonight. If you need more information about the call, you have any problems trying to get on the call, it's at 7 p.m. tonight. We're going into the next phase. We're going to put money in your pocket. Who can use $4,000? Who can use $2,000? Who can use $1,000? Whenever you get ready, you can make that happen. Get on the call and see spiritual blessings, things that would empower you, mind, body, and soul. Spiritual, mind, body, and soul. The whole man. The whole man. Equally parts. The whole man is what God's looking for. And that's what God's blessing, the whole man. Okay. So be coachable. Meetings tonight at 7 p.m. sharp. There's the code there. When you get there, please register. If you're going to get on a call tonight, after the call, register for the call so you'll be able to get on tonight. Because if you don't register, you won't be able to get in. It'll give you the rest of the information that you need. So please register. I need to know who's walking with me, who's ready to change, who's ready to increase their income, who's ready to change their cash flow so we can continue to go forward. We're looking for people that's like-mindedness is gone. If it's negative, we're looking for people that are like-minded about changing their financial issues and situations. Like-mindedness people, a culture of those people. We got power. There's power in numbers. And we're going to take those numbers and we're going to explode and do the things. Listen to the news. But when you listen to the news, listen for the problems that's happening to the people. Not about what other people are talking that don't have problems, because they're coming toward whatever finances that you got left, keeping you into bondage so they can profit more. We got to get past that. We got to recognize that. And that's where I'm trying to get to now, so that you can see something and recognize what it's doing. I get phone calls every day with people with all kind of, even Medicare. You know, they do a little skit and have you thinking about something. I said, what are they talking about? So I call up to see why are they talking about they're going to give people a card to buy all these foods and different stuff, right? And as soon as I got on there, this is a recorded call. We're going to get a licensed person in Medicare to come up and talk to you. Why didn't you just say this is Medicare in the beginning and not entice people or misrepresent in the beginning with food and stuff and they're having a hard time? That's not right. Be upfront in what you say. I told her, I said, look, y'all doing false advertising. I called to see what the other stuff was talking about, and y'all talking strictly Medicare. You ain't saying nothing about the card. You ain't saying nothing about taking a card, doing the food, what you're showing on your commercial. No, that's not right. So we don't have to get caught up in things like that. Okay. We want to empower ourselves financially. We're going to build wealth so that we can walk in. My friend need a new car, not a used car, and pay cash for it and give them the keys. We want to buy a new house and give it to somebody and give them the keys. That's wealth. That's freedom. That's blessing. That's what God does. So always victory, and I'll see everybody at the top. Enjoy.